Yeah, yeah. Hello everybody and welcome to this evening's Evesports EGL 1 2020 main event matchup. We are in the lower bracket at the moment, meaning we have an elimination match between two teams, and those two teams are Exdee Gaming versus Zion Esports. Of course, Zion started off this tournament as Critical 5. They've actually changed orgs in the middle of the tournament, so now they've transitioned across. And we've got a very interesting game on our hands here. Both of these teams going to be fighting tooth and nail to keep their hopes and dreams alive here in the tournament. Remember, whoever wins this progresses through to the top 6. The loser is eliminated. All to play for tonight. Reese, what are your expectations?
Hi, Matt. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I hope you're well.
Just cut the fluff. Cut the fluff, okay. Reese. Cut the fluff. Let's get straight into the business end of things.
I've got to, take every opportunity to bust your balls that I can, man, because I never know when the opportunity is going to arise.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as the match goes, I think it's going to be a slugfest. Yeah. To be honest, I kind of get this inclination like Zion is better prepared as far as teamwork and structure go, for sure. They've been together for a while. We've seen some really good teamwork from them. Like one of our first casts actually was when they were still Critical 5 versus Mist. They showed us that they do have a star player in Vainant, but it's not their be-all and end-all. And concerted efforts from Blue and Cloud, or Cloudza, actually pulled them over the line at the end of the day. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, to say the least. There's a lot of experience on the side of Exdee. Creation is probably the most notable player there. He's so old. We used to play in CSGO pickups back in 2012, which is now
he's been around for a while.
Yeah, I've had him on my friends list almost as long as I've had CS in my library.
That's
it's going back a little bit. Okay. He's there, which I think bodes well for their chances, just his experience coming to the forefront. Being a guy that's been around in competitive environments for as long as he has. It's going to be interesting. It's very difficult to call. I think this is probably one of the closest setups that we're going to see in this tournament.
Yeah, well, with Exdee, of course, it's fairly common knowledge at this point that this team is just playing out the rest of the event, and then the roster is going to be going their separate ways thereafter. So they obviously haven't been putting much time, if any time, into CS over the past couple of months. They haven't finished their ESEA games. This is literally the only event they're still competing in. So it's going to be bringing a very different look Exdee to the table tonight. We're just going to be seeing them probably looking to play to have some fun, just having a very loose play style, not really caring too much about the game and its results. Whereas on the side of Zion, they're a way more formal and official team. So I think they've got a lot more stock going into this game, but they also had the roster change recently with Arkan coming into the team in place of Deza, who has taken Deza, who's taken a step back because he's got some studies to focus on. So both of these teams in some interesting places right now. Unfortunately, Zion have had some tech issues as well. Cloudzy, he's going to be playing with some loss in the first map, so hopefully that doesn't affect him too much. But as you say, Reese, definitely going to be one of the closest matches we've had so far in the Esports event, and definitely looking forward to it. There's going to be a lot of individual skill going on the server. I'm not really expecting to see the cleanest match tonight.
I think that's fair to some extent, especially I would say. I don't know. I think Zion's attacks, from what we've seen with their other matches, and I edited the highlight reel for them as well, and just going through all of that, and those demos and footage and stuff with the man Kazi, what was sort of revealed was a very good sort of temperance from the team, good patience and structure and discipline, and a lot of really good trading, honestly. Compared to Mist's sort of setup, it was mostly tweaks and Windows 10 really show of him just popping off and destroying people, but it wasn't enough to beat the Zion. I keep trying to say Critical 5. Sorry, Zion setup. And with guys like like Clouds had some sit clutches there. Vaynant was just walking through areas with support and decimating the teams on his ace. I think, like you said, because Exdee, and big thanks to them for finishing this tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
But they are in those sort of closing hours, and it's very dual-edged sword, isn't it? They either going to, because they can let it all hang out, just not care and absolutely decimate, or they're going to start losing and not care and just lose. You know, like, I don't think there's going to be too much in between.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're just going to be playing to have some fun tonight, not really taking it too seriously. You know, probably taking a couple fights that they shouldn't be, so they're going to be ending up in some tough situations. But how much are Zion going to be able to punish them on that is the question. I mean, are Zion ready to deal with these potentially aggressive players we're going to be seeing? You know, normally when a team is on the way out, they don't really approach the game with the most seriousness, which means they're probably going to be looking to get aggressive and push and get in your faces and have some fun. Beast loves buying up the auto sniper. I'm sure we'll see that tonight. So are Zion going to be able to punish them? That's the big question. We're going to have to wait and see. So we are live right now in the pistol round. Zion on the CT side, Exdee on the T side. And my word, there are a lot of players right now over on the A-bomb side of the map. 4 players here from the CTs, all 5 of the T players here as well. It is going to be an absolute bloodbath on the A-bomb side. The question is, whose blood is going to be spilt? First blood drawn by KZR. TJ picks up one of his own. Blue, he taps in a couple of as well, but oh my god, it's just a flurry of frags right now. We've barely even reached 20 seconds into the round, and there's only 3 players left. Arkin, he finds himself in a 1 versus 2 clutch. However, he does have a kit. Double flash as well. Makes this doable. He's also been able to close quite a gap here. He's on the sites already, so he's got some time to work with, but he has no idea where either Rusty or KZR are right now. He's trying to use his time to his advantage right now and figure out where they are, but now there's just too many different places there could be. He's going to push straight into Rusty. He's taking so much damage. He's going to go down regardless. First blood, or first round rather, going the way of Exdee.
First blood in first round. They do manage to pick it up. There was actually quite a funny moment there with Cloud. He was standing on the edge of a smoke, got a kill, hadn't realized that someone had pushed past him, and he got hit in the back of the head, which was quite amusing, at least from my perspective. But all things considered, a pretty easy round by the looks of things for Exdee. Nothing too out of the ordinary on Mirage, all things considered. If you can close the distance, those Glocks are nasty. And look at this push up mid though. They are going to get one. There is another man, Rusty G, who's going to be rotating out of there. Beast comes up from behind and he manages to pick up one from the underpass area. And now the guys from Exdee are going to filter through onto the B-bomb side, pick themselves up a plant, but they convert another gun. Guaf's got himself an AK as well.
Yeah.
And this makes the retake a lot more viable. Creation does help them out by putting one down in mid, and they're still going to have to contest with him.
Or they think it's A. Oh, I think Zion think it's actually an A bomb plant. They haven't realized yet that the bomb's actually planted at B. Because, I mean, yeah, and now Guaf is going back towards the B-bomb side. So I think that actually had a bit of misinformation there, unfortunately. But it didn't really change things too much. I mean, if I'm Cloudsy, I'm probably looking for an exit frag here. I don't really want to take the Mac-10 into the next round, considering they're going to be fully buying up. And he might have a chance to, depending on how aggressive Creation gets. Creation will be able to deal with him, but surely he's being chased. He's being chased. Oh my god, Vaynant. He knives him. Creation, not privy at all that he was being chased there. Probably got the fright of his life as well. And that's a nice extra injection of cash into the round for Vaynant.
The knife on round 2 as well. Maybe a little unsuspecting was Creation. Oh,
yeah, man. And he's been able to drop an AWP now. Yeah, he's dropped an AWP now as a result as well, so that's just an extra pickup, right? That just shows you how these small impacts can have great effects in the long term. Interesting buy here for Exdee. They've got 3 Mac-10s and 2 AKs, so not really ideal weaponry, and it seems like they're just going to be going for a standard A exec. They're going to have to push through a ramp smoke here as well. Blue waiting with welcoming arms on the opposite side. Seems like he's been spotted out though, so he's going to get sprayed down. Nice work there by Exdee to be fully cognizant of that possibility. Always got to be aware of the fringes of the smoke when you push forward.
They do get a plant, but TJ runs towards the smoke that's dissipating and gets himself killed. And now it's a 2-on-4 retake. And this should actually be considerably easy for Zion. They only have really 2 flashes and a smoke to work with, and they're going to run out on it, but the XD players aren't actually in the best of position, but they seem to be
Oh
making it
my
work. Rusty and
God,
Creation
bro.
managed to clean it up. That
Quad
should not have
kill.
happened.
Quad kill for Rusty. He just does a fantastic job there. Locking down the post plant, a round that should have been picked up by Zion. Unfortunately, doesn't go their way. First gun round as well. So that's going to be a little bit frustrating for them, I think. Sometimes you just like expect the retake to happen when you're pushing forward because you have the numbers advantage. You just expect to trade out and get the kills, but just looked like such an awkward duel there, and somehow Creation was able to win it out, and then Rusty picks up all those frags. Now they just have an anti-eco round, so it should be a bit easier for them, all things considered. But we saw in the previous eco round, Zion were able to at least inflict a bit of economic damage. So welcome everyone. While we got a bit of an opportunity to go off on a tangent here, welcome to the stream. We've got the lower bracket match now between Zion and Exdee. Loser eliminated, winner progresses through to top 6. Of course, this is the EGL 1 CSGO 2020 main event. And we're really into the thick of things. We've been casting a number of games over the past few weeks, progressing our way through this double elimination bracket. Got some very good games on next week as well, guys. Tuesday and Thursday, 7:30. On Tuesday, we've got ATK versus Energy, and then Thursday, Goliath versus DNMK. 2 very tasty matches. Just thinking about Goliath against DNMK, you've got Kani playing his former team, and you've got Weasel playing his former team, but the Pistols having a bit of an impact here. They've found a couple kills, but Exdee get across the line, Reese.
And Rusty G, with a healthy 8-0, all 4 rounds going his way for the MVP, 173 ADR.
Yeah.
He's dropping a couple of hammers onto the Zion heads at the moment, but Zion do a full buy-up. They don't go for, some of them don't go for head armor. I wish it was that case across the board, because it's just that extra 350 USD that you can put into some util. Guav is going to post mid through a one-way, and he misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, but remember the M4s will kill you in one shot if you don't have head armor, so you definitely need the head armor against the M4s. You mean on the T side or the CT side?
The CT side.
Oh, okay, then I just misunderstood what you were saying. Never mind.
Yeah. Because AK is one and done anyway, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
Well,
there we go. On display, TJ puts the
Example.
AK to good use. Nice headshot there. So this is mid control now being assumed by Exdee. What do they do with this control is the question, because they've already expended so much of their utility. I mean, they only have a smoke, 2 flashes, and a molly left, so they have to use that remaining util wisely. So we're doing some giveaways today, Reese, just while we have a quick lull here. We're going to be giving away an EveTech Neo backpack today, guys, as well as a clutch mousepad, 800mm by 400mm. It's one of the big daddy mousepads, one of the giant ones. So stand a chance to win that a bit later on. Just stick around in the stream, and we'll talk a bit more about that later on. So 40 seconds left here. Exdee have gravitated towards the same bomb site. They've left Rusty posted up in mid as well. He's on the chair, so they have some nice positions to work with here.
He's relatively open.
Yeah. Making their way forward, Rusty's able to find a pick on Catwalk, and that alleviates a lot of the pressure now, because look at where they're able to plant the bomb. KZR planting on the T side of triple. Planting for Rusty and Connector. This is all of a sudden swung into XD's favor drastically. 2 players from CT, 1 from Sniper. Zion desperately waiting for something to come through from Exdee. They want to find a kill to ignite this retake, but there's just nothing being given up right now. All of the Exdee players are sitting posting angles, and finally the retake is initiated, and it's actually a quick couple of kills here for the CTs, but KZR answers back with 2 of his own, make that a 3rd as well. He rules with an iron fist in the post plant on the A bomb site. Great round there by Exdee, picking up their 5th, and really starting to run riot here on the T side of Mirage, which is their map pick as well, by the way.
Yeah, they're running 5-0, straight up and down. 9-0 for Rusty. He still has yet to die. He's obviously made of stronger stuff.
Jeez.
Which is helping him see these rounds through.
Oh!
Beast opens things up with a palace push. But Zion is on a deco, so any damage here is going to be good damage for them. No head armor, no armor really to speak of in any they do have some body armor actually. Molly comes out for blue. He's going to get taken down by Creation. Absolutely no problems. Now he's going to do a pop flash over the top, and he's going to jump on Vaynant's head. He mounts him like it's Super Mario.
Oh.
Cloud's an Arkin though, chime in for 2, so now it is a 3-on-2. And any damage here is great, so the fact that they take down 2 is good, and it's just going to be Rusty G and Co, and Rusty 10-0 now moves him to score even further past the no dying point. He's still undefined KD, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. You can't divide by 0, so it's just literally Matt's error, right?
Exactly.
Double AWP coming into play now for Zion. Maybe this is the remedy they're required to get their map back on track, or get the map on track at all. One AWP going to be posted towards middle, and that's Guaf. He opens things up. Nice opening kill that goes untraded. So that's the advantage Zion so desperately needed. Now they need to push that advantage home. The second AWP is posted towards CT, which gives them a lot of freedom elsewhere on the map, because Vaynant can now just cover the A bomb site single-handedly. And you can see it's actually allowed them to rotate the extra blade towards the B bomb side. A bit of a read here coming through. I mean, they don't have much info, unless they heard the players who went down into lowers, but we do see them rotating back now, realizing might have been an over-rotation, and Rusty just continuing to frag here, plaguing Zion. Yet to die. Someone type God mode, or just type God in chat before the round started, Reese, or the map. Someone needs to check this guy's console.
It is Quake 2 based, or Quake based. The server creation picks up another one while I'm talking rubbish, and they are going to try and push through connector now to A. There's only one man there to receive. It is through a smoke, but he's probably not going to be expecting it. And he hits one flashed and through the smoke, which is going to help a lot. And Clouds is there to get 2 of his own. Can he get KZR just to finish it off? He won't be able to. He does get Rusty though, which is nice.
Oh, KZR! You absolute animal. Arkin, he's going to be spotted as well. And KZR's got the molly, so he's going to be able to force Arkin back onto catwalk. Arkin has no choice here. All of a sudden, KZR's converted this 1 versus 3 into a very winnable 1 versus 1. He's got all the time in the world to pick where he wants to plant and then make his way back into a favorable post-plant position. Where does he opt to go, though? I mean, this is a bit of a big brain play, I think. Because he's sort of planted for CT, he's baiting Arkin into thinking that he might have gone back to CT in the post-plant. He's just going to be sitting here in sandwich, inconspicuously waiting for Arkin to come forward. Does Arkin check his corner? He does, but he can't hit the shots necessary to secure the frag. KZR with the 1 versus 3 continues to pile the misery on Zion Esports.
That's 7-0, man, and they were in with an advantage on that round. They started off with an early kill. It all looked so good until it just didn't. KZR, I mean, was the only man left to be closed out, and perhaps Vaynant shouldn't have been posting that from the exact same angle continuously, because he gets pre-fired, and then KZR has the util to carry on shoving people around the map as he wants to. Gets a plant set up. Does get found out, but 5 HP is still HP on the board. You've got to take 100 to take down the man, so converts that one. Really shouldn't have, all things considered. But like I said, this is that twin-edged sword almost coming into effect here. Exdee just doesn't care. They've got no cares in the world. They're letting it hang out and have fun. And honestly, it's a lot easier to enter flow state from that position. And here comes an A push. After that last round, there are 2-3 CTs in position to receive. They are smoked off, however. And they are going to get some damage out, but not enough to convert any kills. And Exdee starts laying out CTs. There are 2 more.
Okay,
gets 1.
What are you doing? He tries to knife him. Oh my god, in the most egregious fashion. He ends up going down. Creation picks up 2 of his own. Actually, again, some economic damage being inflicted here by Zion, but that's a little consolation at this point. The only way to capitalize on economic damage is by winning the rounds afterwards, because then you're basically stopping the opposite team from being able to constantly buy up. But because they can't follow up this economic damage with a round win, Exdee aren't really being affected by it. 8-0. What do Zion do differently? Let's see them pull something different out the bag here. I want to see them take some middle control, get aggressive, get into Exdee's faces. Exdee have been keeping things very simple right now, so it's not too hard to find out what sort of a game plan they're going to be employing if you get some information. Nice jump there by Vaynant.
Yeah.
See, so now he's got not solid information as to what's going on top mid. Now he can hold this angle until he gets forced back and allow his teammates to commit to the stack on A.
Arkin's going to throw in a nice nade here, which is going to get good damage onto one. He might get headshot as he goes to the jump, but
the fake.
just to stay alive. He's going to sell his position, but creation is too good and hits him on the way in. And there are two towards A, and so they've consumed these CTs. Vaynan gets one through the smoke, he sees the legs. He spins around, but doesn't manage to connect. Now he's got pressure from behind as well, caught in a horrible pincer maneuver.
Yeah.
The vice grips of Exdee tighten around his throat, and he gets taken down for a 9-0.
Yeah,
a 9-0.
This is actually such a nice T-side coming out of Exdee. And what this is really displaying is how you can actually just apply a very basic approach to the T-side of Mirage. They've just been keeping things simple, taking mid control, backing out of mid, executing on the A bomb side, just, you know, making sure they get players in position with the control that they find. And then in the previous round, they hit the A fake because they've been going A so consistently. They've conditioned Zion into thinking they're going to continue to go A. As soon as they see the util come in, all the rotation starts shifting across the map towards that A bomb side. They even commit, they find the kills, which is like, that's just like, you can't ask for anything more than that, like when your fakers even get a kill or two on the opposite side of the map, because it just really seals the deal. And the players who make their way into B manage to find Arkin without him even finding a single kill. So really simple approach by Exdee right now, and it's working wonders for them. Going up against the pistols, though, they're not going to be, they're hoping they won't be dropping the ball in this fashion, considering they've been doing so well against the gun rounds.
And check it, Blue and Guaf though, super pushed up through the back of T-spawn, so they can set up a nice pincer maneuver of their own. Not watching Cat though, TJ takes advantage and takes Arkin's head along with it. KZR comes in from the after on the other side and manages to take down all three players on the site. And now the last two are pushing in from behind, and they probably won't be known here until Rusty peeks and gets the info, so their jig is up as well. And XD,
oh my god. Has Rusty died yet? Okay. Rusty died once, so at least we can define his KD ratio now, Reese.
But they're just so dominant right now. Like, this is crazy, actually. I think Zion, that break they may have lost their warm-up time on it.
I mean,
Cloud has got some internet issues, and he's one of the more notable players for their team. But like Blue, who's also generally a top fragger, is sitting on 2 for 10.
And normally when you're the team with tech issues, it's quite tough to concentrate before the game starts and like have your pre-game conversations just to, you know, get everybody in the mood, because, oh my god, TJ, that was just disgusting. Wow. This guy thinks he's playing a matchmaking the way he just swings out top middle and he destroys the AWP holding the angle. Like for anyone watching, that is not supposed to happen. Oh man, Guaf, his head is in his hands right now. I'm calling it. If his keyboard survived, that is. And now Exdee are going to be splitting their way onto this B-bomb side again, making another fantastic read here. Vaynan gets one, but TJ comes through the smoke. He actually gets caught off by Arkin, so Zion standing tall in the defense right now. It falls on KZR and Rusty in the 2 versus 4 to try and secure this round for Exdee, and they've opted to hold the angles and wait here, which unfortunately for them has actually worked against them because Zion knows it's a B exec coming through, so they've already rotated and gotten in position. There's a smoke flash and a molly here for Exdee to try and secure this post plant, but it's not even going to become post plant. Blue and Arkin chime in with the frags, and finally Zion is on the board.
They pick up their first, but to what avail? You've got 14k nearly on KZR. They are very wealthy. They're not going to be bleak with a 10-1 start, and if they can convert even one more, it's a really tough half to come back from. You lose the pistol. And suddenly you're facing map point in 2 rounds. It's harsh. It's a very harsh position that they found themselves in. So they need to pick up all 4 left, all 4 of these rounds that are left available to them. But with the way that these guys are playing, things are going to be difficult. Vaynan starts off their good fortune.
Yeah. Blue also finds a frag, so I mean, very, very rare territory that Zion find themselves in right now. They have a 2-man advantage, Reese, inside the first 20 seconds. What is this?
Much better is what it is, man.
And they know now. They don't need to do anything further. Don't need to give any opportunities to these 2 T players to get back into the round. There's a bit of a chink in the armor in snipers. If a boost up comes through here, Rusty could catch the timing because Vaynant is focusing so heavily towards Palace. He now repositions himself. He's going to be spotting Rusty out. Rusty can't secure the kill. He wants to just keep pushing forward here. Oh my god, Vaynant, he is going to be screaming after that. What on earth is he doing? What? He's going to be catching KZ off guard. He was waiting for that opportunity, but he ends up getting traded. The AK, the forbidden fruit, leads to his demise. Now it's just Blue in the bomb side, and he lands a great headshot to take down Rusty. Knows where TJ is as well, and he'll complete the frag on him too. So Blue, you called him out a couple rounds ago, and he's certainly starting to find his footing now.
It was about time he woke up, man. I was talking about him even before the cast. He's supposed to be the goodness, because yeah, he had a couple clubs versus missed. Let's just put it that way. He had two 4Ks that were just disgusting. So that's more in line with what I'm expecting of the guy, and they do pull back to 2, but it's still precarious. KZR just absolutely Wing it there, getting himself killed. So it's a nice early pick off for Zion, which is great for them, obviously.
3 consecutive rounds now they've had the opening kill, and they've won the previous 2, so the odds are in their favor right now. Exdee also have no money in the bank, so if they lose this round, they're not going to be buying up in the penultimate round of the half. So all of a sudden, the 10-5 is a very realistic prospect, and I think Zion would have bitten your hand off if you offered that to them 3 rounds ago, after they were down 10-0. Going to be an exit coming through from Exdee. Beast, he's been heard as he did tick in the molly. Blue waiting, but he needs to be careful he doesn't get wrapped on here, relying on his teammates to keep him alive. He's going to be able to have the impact he was hoping for as he takes down the battle player, but the trade is there. Oh, the backstab coming through from Guaf as well completely unravels this execute. And Zion stand tall on the A defense.
And their setups just come together so much better. They all pop in the right position, in position to trade. One guy's lurking. There's a lot more sort of routine structure from them. And how do you beat defaults with defaults of your own? And they're finally doing that. It was more of what we expected from them. They get themselves a 3 in a row after a 10 in a row. So perhaps a momentum shift, if they can keep it going.
I got a funny meme for you there, Reese. XD saving. It's that picture with the guy with the butterfly. It's like, is this an eco round? It's like XD like had money throughout the entire map so far. And Clouds looking to add more frags to Italian here as well as these players get aggressive up catwalk. Nice spray down there from Arkin to pick up both of those players. Although the round's not over just yet as Rusty adds another one to his tally. KZR also trying to make his way towards the B-bomb side. He has been spotted though. Lots of damage done, but not damage that's going to be having any effect on the state of the game, considering we're going into the last round of the half now. Zion have turned things around here, Reese. Zion have certainly made things look a little bit more convincing, considering where we were 4 rounds ago.
Definitely, if they win this one, win pistol, win the round following, which you generally do, well, the chances are high, right? Then you're looking at a 10-7, which is a lot more reasonable. But a lot is going to be underpinned on that T-side pistol. And I'd like to see them do something a little fresh, like maybe play a contact B into a lowers, into mid, back through A, something a little bit different that they can exemplify their teamwork on.
Fair enough. Yeah, they've once they've been found out, like this default style has been found out, they haven't really looked as good. KZR lurking towards apartments now, trying to capitalize and catch Arkin, but Arkin able to get out with his life. And again, it's another opening kill that's gone the way of Zion. 5th consecutive round now. They've found that opening frag. They've won the 4 previous. So yeah, again, just seemed like they've shifted into gear. They've woken up. They've turned their monitors on.
Here we
go. And they're fragging.
That's what you need to do when you're playing CS. Make sure your monitor's on. Make sure it's set to 144 and not on HDMI at 60 Hertz. And then we can get some kills going. But in reaction to that last kill, does look like Exdee are going to go for the A hit here. And it's actually worked out for them quite a lot. So you just need to be careful of Blue here in Sandwich especially. He can get creation and he can get so much more than that as well. He's going to play it really safely. It's going to work out exactly like that. He does pick up creation. Rusty G moves in for a trade.
Oh, Vaynant. That just felt like he was destined to land one of those shots, and it's actually going to be Guaf who does. Planter taken down. At least he served his duty. He got the bomb down. Beast with the Krieg is going to be taking Vaynant's head off, but Guaf peeks him and finds the frag regardless. KZ are now left in the 1 versus 2 clutch. Bomb not planted for him either. He has no way of winning this round right now. And he ends up going down. So the 10-5 halftime scoreline, which we were suggesting would be an amazing situation for Zion when they were down 10-0, has now been realized. They've managed to secure themselves 5 consecutive rounds, which is going to be giving them a lot more momentum and confidence going into the second half, Reese.
Well, I hope so. You'd hate to see now a straight 6 in a row from Exdee. I like this timeout as well, though, because, you know, to go from having that much momentum to then being on the back foot after the fact would be terrible. So this timeout's really good from Zion, just to discuss, you know, give themselves a little bit of time to, like I say, do something a little bit unorthodox, which I think will benefit them here, because if you can create some disarray within the Exdee team and their aimers aren't in the positions they need to be with support, etc., then you guys can out-teamwork them. And I think that's their best or their biggest ally right now, or biggest unused ally.
Let's see what the pistol round's got in store. Zion have invested into some util, 2 smokes, 3 flashbangs, and they're all making their way towards the B-bomb side. Looks like they're going to be doing the McDonald's smokes, and they're just going to be pushing their way all the way onto the B-bomb side. Not at all afraid to show their hands here. They're just charging forward. Rusty trying to boost his teammate up. He's going to be able to get up just in time, but he gets taken down immediately afterwards. What can Beast do in this position? He hasn't been checked. He hasn't been spotted. He's rattling off the shots, but Vaynant is going to take him down, and that should be the pistol round all but over. How on earth are these CT players supposed to retake, pushing into 5 T players scattered across the bomb site right now? I don't know, but TJ's at least gotten things off to a good start. If they can find another quick frag here, would certainly be making their lives a lot easier. TJ finds another, but he's losing teammates. And it's now just Creation left in the 1 versus 3. They know exactly where he is. So his days are numbered, and this has been a great pistol round coming out of Zion. Just continuing their wave of momentum here on Mirage, picking up their 6th consecutive round. And that's such a nice start to the second half as well. If you think about it, if Exdee had just won that pistol, it just pretty much goes back to square one for Zion. It's 11-5. Exdee have the economic advantage, and the game probably goes their way. But because the pistol round now goes to Zion, this game is very quickly coming back to even keel.
Exdee are going to force, though, which is a bit matchmaking of them. We'll see how this works out. It can, especially with a lot of them having head armor. The only one without on the scout, so he's going to sit in the rear with the gear and try and shield himself from the SMG onslaught. There are 2 Galils, which will help with the range battles, but a Mach 10 at 50 meters is less than ideal.
Yeah.
They've left the bomb back in spawn, and they've taken some mid control, which is always a good start for the T's. Can they get a cat for free is the real question. KZR is here, so not really. They could have actually gotten some info through underpass, but I suppose it's not really necessary on this round. It's more just an information finding spree.
Yeah.
And they got to be careful, because it's unbeknownst to them, I'm sure they'll figure it out later, is that there has been a force over on Exdee Gaming, and the Deegs and 5.7s can actually do a really good job here versus SMGs having armor. They've got higher headshot damage, and here comes a push onto A. It's going to be a default smoke setup, and Zion is going to come out of ramp. They're going to catch a nade as they leave, and it does huge damage. That puts a lot of players in dinking territory, and Creation opens up with the first, and he's not going to get taken down. Not immediately, and then they do go down, but there's a huge amount of damage on 2 of the players, and Rusty G is going to capitalize by taking down one of them.
Oh no.
And another one goes down. It really is. There's only 1 HP left on Arkin, and he's left in a 1-on-2. And both of the players have good HP, armor, everything they basically need except a kit. And they're going to just push him, and that's going to be the round.
Wow. That's so unfortunate for Zion that's the way that they end up losing their 6-round win streak. But I just have to question their approach in that round. When you're going up against either an anti-eco, when you're like in an anti-eco or an anti-force buy, I really prefer to see teams getting more information before making commitments like that. I also think you want to leave yourselves more time on the clock than what they did. You don't want to be forced into a situation where you need to start making quick decisions to get onto the bomb site. You want to leave yourselves enough time to react to whatever the situation is, get some information, you know, sort of send one player into the firing line to see what sort of numbers they have on the bomb site, and then commit it from there. You don't need to go for the full execute when you're playing against an eco or a force. So yeah, I think they could have adjusted their approach and tried something slightly different, but good work by Exdee to hit the shots they needed. That huge nade also had a lot of impact there.
Yeah, literally it had impact, like on their faces as they caught it coming out of the ramp. It was a good 160 damage from a single nade. That's the best $300
yeah
so far. But
another force buy. Yeah, another force buy coming back in response from Zion now, and Rusty might be unaware of the number of T's on the opposite side of the wall here, as he's trying to switch between two different areas right now. This is what makes playing Connector and Sniper so difficult, and Blue's going to pass and find the frag. They line up for Rusty. He holds down mouse button 1, and he finds both of those kills, maintaining an advantage up for his team. And what does Zion even do from here? I mean, they've got 2 flashes of smoke, and they're in the bomb site, or rather in spawn. They've got no map control, and this is looking like a dire situation.
Well, it looks a lot like a James situation, but I was gonna say this match right now is looking a lot like a Star Wars episode, because the force is strong. It's just every round force bar.
Oh god, you had to go there, hey.
I did.
This could actually work out for Zion. They're making their way towards A. If they can find this frag on creation, they might be able to get something done. But oh, nice shot there by Vaynan. Can he pivot? He does. He takes down creation as well. That completely opens up the A bomb site. The 4v2 turns into a 2v2. Plant coming through as well. KZR charging forward. He's going to take a lot of damage. Vaynan just on an absolute tear right now, taking the responsibility on his shoulders. And it seems like Exdee know both of the remaining players are in CT. KZR takes down Vaynan, and now falls on Arkin. Fluffed Molly there, but Arkin's going to go for the aerial route. He finds the first player. My goodness, that got close. What was a 2 versus 4 then ends up turning into a 1 versus 2. Great work there by Zion to nearly convert the round.
And what's nice for them is they plant, they get the double round loss bonus, so next round they will be able to buy 100%. Very good buys as well, probably get AWPs and all the lovely things, but over on Exdee with 1 player surviving, they're going to have to buy up, and their coffers are going to be empty, man. They're not going to have money if they die now, and
finally someone blinks.
Every kill that Zion gets is huge value right now.
Yeah. Finally, somebody blinks and they don't commit to the force buy. Re-explore the saving option, and Rusty. Oh, timing doesn't work out, and Cloudsy's going to be catching somebody off from Connector. That's because Creation wasn't aware that they could actually be so far forward, and actually 5 Zion players all around this area of the map right now. Rusty needs to be careful he doesn't overextend, because he's going to lose his life to Blue's Desert Eagle. Good work here by Zion to bring this into a 3 versus 3. These Deagles doing some heavy lifting right now. Beast has a P90. Not normally the choice of weapon you would go for in that position on the map to take that particular fight. But good work by Zion here to get themselves in this position. And look at Guaf. He's rotated all the way through market right now. He's going to be catching KZ off guard, surely. And KZR seems like he might be aware of this possibility right now, but he is completely isolated and by himself. And Guaf has every idea where he is right now. He's going to be jumping up on top, and 100% the kill comes through here. So that's now the B bomb site firmly in control of the T's. There has been a quick response from TJ though. As he gets himself in position, he's going to find the kill. No armor here on either of these 2 Zion players, so this retake is very doable.
Especially with a Pro 90 on deck, 50 bullets and a dream. Let's see how they handle it. The 2 enemy players do have Deegs. And TJ gets 1 from the fire, and Arkin is going to pull out, and TJ is going to be able to clean him up. Absolutely no problems. It's a pity the P90 costs as much as it does, because I think it was like $2,000 and change, like $2,150 even. It would probably be picked up a lot more.
Oh god, Reese.
They
I
need to
wanted
make
to
it viable.
I wanted to say pick your next words carefully because you might be solo casting the rest of this game if you
They need to.
advocate
They
for
need
a
to make it
cheaper
viable.
P90. Take that nonsense elsewhere.
But it's a 13-6 for
Look at
Exdee, man.
XD's. Can we just talk about XD's buy? Like, this is how screwed the economy is right now in CS. XD have won 3 consecutive rounds, and look at the guns they have to work with compared to Zion. Absolute
But it's
joke.
dying. It's
Yeah, I
honestly
know,
because
but I mean, it just feels like you should be more rewarded for winning 3 consecutive rounds. They're getting picked apart right now. The AKs are just completely overwhelming these 4-stop weapons. I mean, you can almost make a case for Exdee saving in this situation. I mean, obviously they won the round, so it never would have been an option. But, like, economically speaking, normally that's a position teams would save from. It's just so obscure, man.
Yeah, look, that's what I was kind of complaining about as well in the last cast, to be very fair with it, because it is whack. But 13-7 is where XD find themselves, and they're going to do a deco. 2 of their players unable to buy next round anyway. I think they could have maybe forced a little harder, but probably going to try and save for an AWP, which will help with mid control at boat lane. And Zion has just been shoving through mid the last, well, every buy round pretty much. They just YOLO mid solo.
Yeah, sort of been the theme.
They're going to slow it right down on Zion, and they kind of have to be careful, because now with winning ways, their loss bonus is going to erode, and so their economic standpoint along with it. Blue opens things up, gets himself a kill on connector, and he's got Rusty to compete with as well. Rusty's going to run right into the dig, and he's going to get the 2-tap. Vaynant is there to secure the trade. Now there's only 1 man left on the A-bomb side, and he's no longer. There's 2 more coming from CT, and TJ gets a 6 shot. Was nice. Vaynant here in the connector, close, could be the undoing of KDR, and he is going to be. He doesn't miss those. So now it's just TJ looking for some damage.
Oh, Cloudsy. He wants to go through that smoke. Waiting on the opposite side. TJ just roots himself in the corner. He's just going to be looking for some exit frags. Yeah, if he could save an AK, that would be lovely. Oh, he doesn't expect Cloudsy to be so close. I don't think he has any more packet loss, Reese. That looked pretty snappy.
Yeah, that looked alright, eh? So there was definitely some snap in there. Vaynant
so there we go.
Through one though, but Vaynant much better. If we look at the scores, he's now on 21 and 15, which is more characteristic of him. Blue's also come up to the middle of the scoreboard from like a 0 and 8. That's he must be much happier with himself.
Yeah.
Zion move into a much more comfortable position, because now XD have to double save, and they're going to deco once again. Rusty does a good work on ramp there.
Oh,
and
my
look at
word.
this push. It's resulted in another kill.
Wow.
And there's nobody in position to trade.
I mean,
they do have B open.
Well, do they? I mean, look at the rotation. Beast is already in position. He's going to be relaying the information to his teammates. He spots Arkan out, and he does so much damage to Arkan. Rusty's going to finish off that frag. Again, Zion are about to lose to an eco or a force round. Just not ideal at all. The AKs across the board, but the pistols are besting them right now. Can Vaynant and Guaf bail them out of the situation? There's still so much time left on the clock. TJ got an AK, but Rusty is the one who continues to do damage. He's going to get a quad kill. That Desert Eagle was on pinpoint accuracy throughout the entirety of that round. Oh my god, Reese. He has been lights out throughout this whole map. 27 kills.
That first shot was uncalled for. Vaynant has all rights to be upset about that. He gets served a 50 cal dental premium discovery classic comprehensive edition. They do get a kill in mid to start things off against Rusty, which is great for them. Creation still has an AWP though. TJ with an AK as well. So nice opening pick. It is going to help them, especially with this force setup that they do have at the moment. But they're actually light on util, and that's an overplay from Creation. He really shouldn't have been messing around there, knowing that they're in mid, just casually walking across the gap, close range against Eagles. You can't do that. It's 2 taps and you're done.
Oh, nice flashbang. KZR completely blinded up there. This is just an eco round for Zion, and they've already gotten themselves into such an advantageous position. Nothing special about this round, just landing some sick shots, and now they've taken control of the B bomb site. I don't even know if Exdee should be calling for the savior, perhaps. Then they could buy up in the next round. TJ, he's hovering around right now, but realizes that I think the save is probably the better option. However, Vaynant, he's got other choices approaching him right now, other options available. And he takes down Beast. So now TJ's stuck between a rock and a hard place. The walls are closing in on him. He just wants to try and take down a few players before he gets taken down. And he'll be able to get one. But Zion winning an all-important round there, Reese. I mean, that was a round they should never have won. They keep themselves alive because of it, pretty much.
But a little bit of that teamwork coming out with that really nice flash into the B cat area. They need to do just more of that, to be honest. It's actually a bit of a lacking tool in SACS in general. Is the flash supporting for the peaks from your teammates. So I like that. I want to see more of that. And now they go for a cat push, and they do have their cross mostly covered. There's a gap in the smoke, so they decide against it. There is a man in window, and now there's two in con. And this is just a deep battle. Unfortunately, missed Molly by Vaynant. His throwing arm did not get the jungle oats it needed this morning.
Yeah, and it could actually affect the round because TJ was in the corner that Molly would have forced him out of. So if he gets a kill from here, the butterfly effect could be significant. But that's predicated on ifs and buts, and that's not looking like it's going to be doing too much because Zion are making their way into a vacant B bomb site. So that's the round pretty much over. So there's going to be double digits for Zion here, making things interesting. I mean, we saw Exdee went up 10-0 at one stage on their T side. Zion then turned things around. They made a 10-5, respectable, considering they were down 10-0 at one stage. They win the pistol round, go up 10, or make it 10-6, and then they lose thereafter a couple. And Exdee have gotten themselves fairly decently ahead of the game right now, I would say. They're in the driver's seat. They're not going to be stressing too much. But because Zion gets to double digits, it is a bit of a mental check as well for them. Always feels better when you reach 10 rounds, right? It's just like a... I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's placebo. Oh, that's not placebo. That is a bullet in the brain. And 2 quick kills for Rusty. He just continues to have an impact. That's going to be an AK saved as well.
This Duke is on fire right now. Just puts away 2 players at the end there. Like you say, saves that AK, which is just so nice to have on CT side. When you've got guys pushing into you and you've got that one-shot headshot potential. It's more of a fair duel than an M4 versus an AK. Dink for dink.
Yeah.
You're going to win whoever hits first, which is nice.
Oh.
And Guaf takes down Rusty G in mid. So as Rusty gets the AWP, gets removed. Nobody there to flash for him. That was a bit foolhardy.
What does Zion do off the back of that? Looks like they're trying to turn on the burners and get aggressive towards Catwalk. Vaynant has found another kill onto KZR as well. Zion's starting to find their groove here on the T side. And now they've got so much map control. They've got fantastic positions to work with. Zion don't have to do anything from here. They've got all the time in the world. I'm gonna collect the bomb and gravitate towards the A bomb side, it looks like. But yeah, I like this approach right now after getting this advantage. Use your numbers to your advantage. And Creation, well, he doesn't even know what to do with himself right now. They could be boosted into snipers. They could be coming up connector. Could be coming out of palace, up ramp. And he's all by himself on the side of the map. So I have no idea how he gets anything done. And you can see he realizes he needs to get himself into a bit of a better position. And it's perfect timing as well because the execute's starting to come through here from Zion. Think they're just going to be saving. If he can even get out here. No, Blue going to be taking him down. So this is a clean round from Zion. They're not even going to be losing a single player. And this was the full gun round from Exdee. And they dispatch of it with what seems to be ease.
And it all started off with... Sorry, a crash test dummy just flew into my body. It all starts off with Rusty G going down right at the start of the round. No support flashes. Takes the peak. Gets himself killed. And
yeah,
it's easy enough conversion for Zion from there. all things considered. They just played the numbers game. And the two CTs saving should be fine. I don't think anybody's going to get to them in time. Blue is close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
So
14
11 rounds.
No money in the bank for Exdee. Should be an eco. Make that 14-12 perhaps. But let's see if Exdee can maybe get something done. I mean, they've got the AWP and the M4. Armor on both of those players as well. So there certainly is ingredients for success here for Exdee in the round. But all the advantages are in the way of Zion right now. There we go. Oh, look at the aggression towards top mid. TJ rattling off the shots through the smoke. Doesn't connect on nearly as many as he would have liked. He's going to be re-peeking. And he actually does find a kill. But considering he was one of two players with a proper gun, he would have been certainly hoping to have found more than just that one kill. Rusty can't get a kill from his position either. The AWP has been taken down, and that's the round over. Zion really getting the work done here now on Mirage. Things are looking a lot better. People are hitting their shots. The coordination is there. The teamwork is there. Everybody's on the same page. They made life hard for themselves, Reese, by going down 10-0. But they've pitched up, and they're looking good now.
Well, they are looking good, but Creation gets a cheeky Farmer John headshot, which earns the Wookiee Triple XL stamp of approval.
And he gets the extra $900, so that's always a bit of a bonus.
For sure, but...
What would you do with $900 right now? Go.
$900 right now?
Yeah, right now. 3, 2, 1.
Build my parents' media PC.
Okay, cool. There we go. 12-14. Zion on a run here on the T side. Exdee, they've gone for the buy-up. They don't have an AWP. It's a FAMAS on Beast. They don't have much util. Lose this round 13-14. Save 14-14. All of a sudden, all that hard work to get so far ahead has been completely unraveled. And you can see Zion, they recognize the magnitude of the situation. And they start to just slowly work their way towards the A bomb site. But Creation, he gets aggressive and he finds the opening kill. A rare occasion for Exdee in the past couple of rounds. How do Zion respond? Seems like they're going to continue to try and force the issue. Yeah, Vainant takes Creation's head off as he just peeks the top up the ladder. Didn't even get to see his transgressor.
That wood is really paper. It sounds like wood. It looks like wood, but it's the imitation kind made in China.
It's like maybe like chipboard or something, bro.
Barely.
Barely even.
Sappy paper. And look at this position though from KZI. He gets one. Some trigger discipline could have netted him two, but the jig is up and they know that the B is coming, or the push is coming in B at least. Arkin gets himself in a good position, but he gets taken down, and now it's just Vainant. In a 1-on-2, Rusty G just needs to keep himself alive here. He's going to get the info and perhaps take some foolhardy peeks, but it does turn into the kill when Beast comes through. 31-14 on him. Now they're on match point. And this is the thing, is Zion had this really good comeback, but you slip once and you're facing map point. So if Exdee can open this up with another kill and retreat back into the site as they did previously, all power to them, and Zion's in a really bad spot. What's nice is that they have got rounds on the board and have had a bit more time to warm up into the server, which will bode well for map 2 at minimum.
Oh, KZR!
KZR gets one.
Yeah. Frag does come through for Cloudsy as well. It takes quite a lot of damage in the process, but at least the trade is on the table elsewhere on the map. And I have some information as to KZR's whereabouts. But this round's been thrown completely in limbo right now. Great frag coming through there for Beast. That is so high impact and so ballsy as well, as he pushes all the way up A ramp. And he catches Cloudsy off. Now what do Zion do in response? They've got a man in connector. Make that probably 2 as Arkin's in the vicinity as well. They're going to try and engineer away into the same bomb site. Rusty has to turn for the flashbang. That allows Vainant to get the kill, but he's been brought down very low in the process. Oh my god, he's just jigsing and dancing all around right now. And he will get taken down. His teammates left in the 2 versus 3 to try and keep Zion in the map here, Mirage, and deny Exdee that 1-0 lead in the series, the elimination match. Everything on the line for these two teams right now. And what are Zion going to do? Are they going to go back through market into B? Do they commit to the A site? Options are plenty right now. Exdee, they're split. They've got one player committed to each bomb site, anchoring each bomb site. So it's literally a 1 versus 2 wherever Zion end up going. 20 seconds left here, so they don't have all the time in the world. They're probably going to be giving some sound cues away, and that's going to be allowing TJ to perhaps respond. Do they clear him out before they give away the audio cues? Arkin's making his way forward. TJ spots out Quaff and takes him down. Arkin at least trades it, and he has just enough time to get the plant as well. Beast in the 1v1. Are we going into another round, or are Exdee going up 1-0? Beast hasn't had the most fantastic map, but if he can win this 1 versus 1, all his transgressions will be forgotten. He has a kit, a molly, and a smoke, so he has the necessary equipment. Arkin backing up towards him, opting to sit in the corner right now as Beast makes his way forward. Does he clear his corner entirely? That's the question. He's going to be giving his position away as he throws the molly, swings up, but he can't find the spray down. Arkin can. The 3-piece is in play, and he keeps his team alive.
And then Clouds it drops.
Yeah, he just couldn't handle it, man. It was just like too much of a good play. He just dropped dead.
Seems you can't get too much of a good thing.
What a crazy round. What a crazy round. There's a swinging back and forth. The game in limbo. It could have gone either way there. Beast, unfortunately for him, couldn't control the spray. And he ends up getting taken down. So Zion bring it now within 2 rounds, Reese. They're desperately going to be wanting to take this to overtime.
Clouds returns the server. So
yeah, that's a good thing.
Very good for Zion. Maybe not so great for Exdee.
Yeah, they're going to have to save here. They have to forfeit basically this penultimate round of the map. I mean, it's just a couple upgraded pistols, armor on TJ. And Zion seems like they're not going to be pulling any punches in this round. They're just going to be charging straight onto this B bomb site. Information's there for Exdee, but can they even do anything about that is the question. And there's your answer.
And again, more of the answer. Because blue.
Well, here we go, Reese. We're going the distance. We're going into the 30th round here. Are Exdee going to be closing it out in regulation 16-14, or are we going to overtime here on Mirage? I feel like if we go to overtime, Zion are going to be closing it out from there. They're just going to be the team with all the momentum behind them. Exdee surely going to be in a massively frustrating situation if that happens as well, considering they were up 10-5 at one stage. They've only won 5 of the next 18 rounds, which is about to be 5 of the next 19 rounds. That's not enough, Reese. That's not competitive enough.
A huge momentum shift for Zion. Cloud, or Guap at least, getting himself taken out there at the end is unfortunate. There's going to be a .tech pause quest because Cloud's net is still doing SA internet things as it goes.
Yeah. All I will say is, thankfully he timed out while we were still in spawn, and it's not like it happened in some like super intense 1 versus 1 for OT or something like that. Like, if you're gonna time out, now is the time to do it.
But yeah, so look, it's been a very wishy-washy CT side.
Yeah,
there was some momentum restored by Zion, then a 3 in a row, and then it's been punctuated by 2 rounds.
There's no pause. Pause isn't coming through. Oh no.
I think it's because we did it already.
I'm sure we can roll it back though. Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go.
Thankfully. What's the call, Reese? Are we going to overtime, or are we going to be going to map number 2 after this round?
I would hazard a guess that it's probably going to be overtime if we take it on the momentum shift that's been there. As you've noted, 5 rounds out of 19 that they've won, and it was 10 in a row and then 5 out of 19. And the best they've done since then has been a 3 in a row. They do just need to make them slip up once and they'll be on them. But so far, Zion's risen to the occasion every single time. They've had 1v clutches that they've won. 3-4 rounds now of those, 2v4s that they've won, 2 of those as well. Like it's just looking like Zion has the key, and that key is their teamwork. Everybody's been in position to trade. Everybody's been throwing support util as they need to. It's been much more structured into the later halves of this map, and this was the thing that Exdee needed to almost close out before it came online. And I
Yeah,
think now it might be too little too late.
they've got the double orb setup coming into play. I think that's the first time we've seen it on the CT side here for Exdee. Let's see if that will be the recipe that they require to close this game out, or are Zion going to be taking us to overtime? They've got everything they need to do exactly that. Full util, AKs across the board, everyone's got armor, and they're going to be sticking to their stock standard, exactly what they've been doing throughout the whole half, just taking mid control. Exdee happy to give up that mid control. They haven't been contesting it entirely. Creation going to be spotting out a number of players there, and look at this aggression from Zion. Just forcing their way into middle. Big grenade coming through there, my god. Both Rusty and KZ are brought down substantially by that grenade, and Blue, he's been able to get his way into Sniper's Creation, spotted him out, and Blue knows he has no business in staying around there any longer after he's been found out. So nobody going down just yet in this all-important round. But Zion have been taking a lot of map control. They've got Guelph all the way up in Connector. They've got Blue and Lowers also just watching Snipers. Vaynant making his way up Catwalk. Plenty options available right now for the T's. Time left on the clock, a minute. They're going to have to start making some commitments. And let's see where they end up going. As Exdee, they've got their defense spread across the map as well. The stock standard hold. And Guelph, he's left with the lurking role on the opposite side of the map while his teammates group up outside of B. Going to be going for the explosive executor, but there are two Exdee players waiting to welcome them as well. Rusty, he's been brought low though, only 17 health, one bullet will bring him down. Molly's going to be forcing him out of position. Arkin the first one in, he's going to get taken down, but the trade is immediate. TJ trying to go one further, he needs to stay alive for as long as he possibly can. Yeah, he picks up a multi-kill as well. It's a 2 versus 4, Vaynant and Guaf to try and salvage the situation for the team. Creation takes down Vaynant, it's now just Guaf left in the clutch. What was it, 1v3 has now been turned into the 1v2. They know exactly where he is, though. He only has 12 seconds left. He doesn't have time to play with. He needs to force the issue. He needs to make his way into the bomb side. He's going to catch Creation off. 5 seconds left here. He has an idea as to where TJ is, but TJ's not giving him anything right now. Guelph making his way forward, won't be able to find the kill. Oh my god, and in the most dramatic fashion, Exdee closed the map out in regulation, winning it 16-14 by the skin of their teeth. We're going to map 2 with Exdee up 1-0.
Literally skin of their teeth. It couldn't have been any closer if you scripted it, I don't think.
Yeah.
Perhaps Zion leaving it a little bit too late there, tripping right at the end like that. Like they sort of just hit a bit of a stutter, right?
Yeah.
And Exdee able to capitalize. TJ, the hero of that round. Manages to get that double kill, which sets them up for the time play. And then they take it, Mr. Matt. But I think let's do a giveaway, Matt. I think it's time. I feel it's time.
I agree. I think we should announce it, allow people to start entering the giveaway, and open up the floodgates. So, guys, first of all, we're going to be giving away the
clutch mousepad.
The clutch mousepad. So, type EGL1 in chat, no space, just EGL1, one word. Make sure you type out the number ONE, because that's what's going to be the keyword to enter the giveaway. Only type the keyword once, guys. If you type it twice, the bot then automatically removes you from the giveaway. You can earn a second entry by subscribing to the YouTube channel as well. Doubles your chances. So, guys, get those keywords in chat. We're going to be taking a short break now in between the maps. When we come back, we'll have Overpass, which is indeed Zion Esports map. So every chance that they end up taking us to a third, make sure you join us. We'll be back after a few.
get this wedge up.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Esports EGL 1 2020 main event. We are in the middle of a lower bracket match between Exdee and Zion Esports. Yeah, no, I just thought I'd create a bit of anticipation there for the people watching. We just came off the back of a very entertaining first map, Mirage, which was picked by Exdee. They were steamrolling up ahead 10-0 at one stage. Then Zion brought it all the way back. We were 15-14 in favor of Exdee, and then they managed to close it out in the 30th round to win it 16-14 in like an insane clutch situation as well. So we now find ourselves on Overpass with Exdee ahead 1-0. Reese, straight off the bat, I'll say I'm expecting a very different result here on Overpass. I think Zion are definitely going to be picking this map up. We consider the fact that this Exdee team is a dead roster in the sense of the word that they're not actively playing together anymore. They're just playing out this competition together to honor their commitment to Evesports, which is fantastic. But Overpass is not a puggy map. Not a puggy map like Mirages. You can't just run around taking heads off and expect to win. You need to have some structure, some coordination. Your communication needs to be on point. So all of those factors lead me to believe the team that have been playing together for a longer period and are working hard day in and day out are the team who are going to be the favorites on this map. In this case, it's Zion.
Yeah, and I think the whole 10 round in a row situation that we saw was the 20-inch sword of being that dead roster.
Yeah.
And they started off with not a care in the world, and then eventually Zion caught up to their pace, as it were, and started posting for all the pushes that they were doing. Got opening frags, which they were then turning into rounds quite steadily. And after that 10 of the 19 that followed, they had converted 5 then Exdee. So
yeah,
I think Zion's much more on book with what's going on, and like you say, this should be a very, very different result. I do think that Exdee chose the CT side. They did. I'm just confirming below, but they did. So it's nice that they get to start off defensively and then chase, which is better for their game, all things considered. But it's, once again, just a bit 20-edged that blade, because Zion's teamwork, as we saw towards the end of Mirage, was just really on point. And here we go with the first round, the pistol round of Overpass. What's going to happen, Matt?
Yeah, let's see what we've got in store. Like I said, I'm anticipating Zion to do a lot better here than what they did on Mirage. I mean, if we just think about it, if it didn't go so far, like 10-0, and they lost 16-14, if they were able to win a few more rounds in that first half, they would have made their lives a lot easier. Anyway, now they find themselves on Overpass, 0-0, reset from the ground. Let's see what Zion have in store on this T side. I'm really keen to see what sort of a T side they're going to be bringing to the table here on Overpass. It's a smoke and a flash, a P250, and a very aggressive push up long. Rusty does get a lot of the information, though, spotting out a number of those players, and we might even be seeing a bit of an around the world strat coming through here. I'm not sure if they go back down low as KZR, though, looking to try and make sure that that is not an option. He puts the bullet in the brain, but the job's not done just yet.
Rusty does get one traded out. Creation is backed up by Beast on site, and they've got a lot to make up here, and that's not how you do it, Mr. Beast. He gets taken down. KZR does come in from behind for one of his own, and there's another trade onto CJ, so it turns just a KZR 1v3 situation. 1 versus 2.1, because Guaf is on a whole 5 HP, so he gets sneezed at and he's going to get taken down, but Arkan's already got the information. Now KZR needs to pressure into the site. Time is ticking away, and there's just so many angles for him to have to contest with. I don't think he's going to be able to do this, because there's going to be a player coming up from behind on the other side, and Arca moves around for the trade. Sets up a nice pincer maneuver. They do manage to net themselves the pistol round design with 2 people coming through. on the after that, which is quite nice as well. So their armor and everything carries over.
Yeah. Yeah, nice pistol round there from Zion, keeping things very simple. Just aggressive, pushing together and overwhelming anybody who comes in their path. So that's a nice start to the map for the team who picked this map. And it's going to be a save in response here from Exdee. Only KZR who invested some money into the round. He did get a triple kill in the previous round, so I think he earned the right to buy a CZ in this round. I actually want to talk a little bit about like this theory that I've had. So I'm going to speak over the game unless these pistols start doing something crazy. It'll be a TK. A couple of kills coming up. Okay. Wow, it's just transpired in lowers. The bomb's been dropped. I'm going to have to put my theory crafting on pause because all of a sudden, Exdee, they've gotten themselves into a position to potentially win this round. KZR, the only one who invested something in this round, is the only one who hasn't been able to do anything just yet. And it's Creation, who's rooted in a corner, and he's going to get caught off guard. So seems like Zion have probably done enough to get themselves the round.
But how much damage have they sustained in doing that? I don't understand that push continually through a gap into the most of the team, and they just get picked off one by one. And like you said, there's a TK in amongst the mix of it because of that just really channeled choke point that is the stairwell, or the connector area.
Oh, check it. This
might have it here.
Yeah, they're making noise.
But they get out of dodge just in time, and they are going to head over to B.
Oh, that's unlucky. He makes the wrong read. They're going to be hearing the squeaky door as well. Yeah, the problem is he gives his position away as soon as he opens the door, so that's why he's hedging his bets towards the A-bomb site. He's
heard the smoke now, I think, though.
Yeah. So, Vaynant is on 15 health, so this MAC-10 has certainly got potential to do damage to him. Graf is the full HP player, so he's the linchpin in this round. And KZR, he's like, I don't even want the extra money. I just want $100 when I get a kill. And he takes Vaynant down. It's just Guaf left up close and personal. He's been spotted out by KZR. 7 bullets left in the clip. Make that 6. He's got 6 in the MAC-10 as well. When he does a huge amount of damage to Guaf, but he just can't find that extra bullet to secure the frag. Oh man, that was way too close, but what a good job by Exdee. They invested a mere $500 into the round across all 5 players, and they get 4 kills. So that's inflicted a huge amount of economic damage to Zion.
Yeah, that went very pear-shaped, and now, all things considered, even though they are a little bit behind on util, they do have the better weaponry. They've got a bunch of M4s and 1 FAMAS against a MAC-10, 2 Galils, and 2 AKs. So only really the AK is going to be superior here. There's a nice push happening through mid, which is going to catch Creation off guard, which is going to help a lot to equalize that set. But Rusty G, look at him. He's just pushing around the back of them, and he's going to find an empty fountain and a full party as he turns the corner over here. He could get some real damage in, and he gets huge info. And they haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, he's also allowed his teammates to rotate in. Yeah, he finally pounces, he finds a kill, but all in the meanwhile, Zion's already taking control of the A-bomb site, securing a plant. Rusty coming around the corner. Oh no, Cloudsy bests him. Oh, how he so desperately needed that frag. Leaves his teammates in a bit of an awkward position now in the 2 versus 4. A lot of damage has been inflicted to 2 of the Zion players, and KZI has got the spray in the right area. Golf lucky to not have caught any of those bullets, and it seems like Exdee are going to be opting to save. So Zion getting across the line in the first gun round as well, keeping up the run here. We're going to be rolling the giveaway soon, James, so don't be too worried. Stick around. Probably in the next 3 or 4 rounds we're going to be jumping on that.
Let's do it right now.
Let's do it right now. All right, there we go. Okay. What's it? Move that bus! No? Wrong show? Okay. Roll the giveaway, guys. Yeah, that's the... What's it like? Extreme house makeover? Where they take like 7 days and they go to some like sorry basket case and they fix their house up for free. Oh well, there we go. Ben Stratum, congratulations. You've won the clutch mouse pad courtesy of Evesports. Congratulations. Please get in touch with Nobody, our admin, and he'll get the necessary details from you. So, congratulations, buddy. Anybody who wasn't as lucky, don't worry. We're going to have a second giveaway coming up a bit later this evening where we're going to be giving away an Eve Tech backpack. So another chance to win a bit later on again.
But back on the CS pace, Guaf has started off with a 7-0, which is great for them.
Oh wait, I just found out. Sorry, it's Guaf apparently as Ben Stradum. That's the player.
Really?
So yeah, that's Guaf.
No
so,
ways, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he can't respond right now, but I'm not sure if you can blame him for that. Oh god, yeah. I mean, why does this keep happening? Why do players keep winning the giveaways? This is hilarious. Oh well, maybe he needs a mouse pad. We'll see how his flicks look this evening. All right, so it's an eco round for Exdee, but they've actually been able to do quite a bit of damage. They've got a man advantage, and they're also grouped up on the right side of the map right now as Zion start gravitating in towards B, getting the execute rolling. They've got the rifles, but they're also losing players. They're hemorrhaging damage right now. Even though Vayner gets the kill, he's brought down to 11, and TJ's in position, ready to pounce. Even though Rusty's doing the damage, he can finally have an impact. And Exdee Gaming, they get on the board through an eco round.
Well, semi-eco. There was a couple of rifles and some bought-up weapons.
Yeah, for the most part, they're just saving a quasi-buy, if you will, as our Lord and Savior Semler dubs such a round. Or at least used to.
I actually heard him casting a game the other day, and it was like flashbacks to 2013. What's going on?
Yeah, he's been doing quite a bit of casting lately. He's also doing Flashpoint 2 as well. Him and Anders are casting together, and it's just so good to listen to their... So good to listen to them in the business, man. Oh, man. Could be actually like the best casting duo in esports history.
Nah, that still goes to... That's definitely for Tasteless and Artosis, the StarCraft 2 casters. They're incredibly good. If you
it's not like it's a subjective conversation, so...
Paul Challoner agreed with me. Because I asked him about it, and I was like, best casting pair ever, Tasteless and Artosis, and he's like, easily. So...
Well, that's a bit of a corroboration, so I guess I gotta yield.
They are very good, and I did like the old days of Henry G and Sadikist as well. I thought they were particularly good together.
You guys in chat?
CS, yeah, they would be two of the best though. But look at this push towards B, Matt. Vayner's gonna push through the smoke here, and he's gonna catch off KZR.
Vayner gets the second. Yeah, TJ looking to try and mop up on the bomb side. He'll be able to find one. The smoke blooms just in time to give him cover, but he's not going to be able to really capitalize on that creation. Will, however, as he draws things back into a 2 versus 2. Zion still collecting the bomb coming up through Monster to get onto the site, but Blue, he's already managed to duck into water. And he's going to be able to catch off creation, leaving Rusty in the 1 versus 2 clutch. He was a monolith, a titan on Mirage for his team. Did majority of the damage. Racked up more than 30 kills. Now he needs 2 in the round, in the 1 versus 2. I think he's been able to work his way into a position they're not fully aware of where he is, but he can't do anything with it right now. And Blue has the angle. Rusty, oh, the spray. The spray is there. He's trying to bait Arkin into a peek, and Arkin will be coming around the corner. And Rusty gets caught between both of the players, doesn't know who to go for, gets taken down. Zion straight back to winning ways.
I don't know quite what was... Arkin had some very strange behavior there. I think he was having maybe some mild net issues for a moment because... And there was definitely comm issues because he was still covering Heaven when the spam came through. But it does work out for them because Blue is wide awake now.
Yeah.
And back on top of the scoreboard where I'm used to seeing him. Thank you, Blue, for not giving me Mega Caster's Curse today. Look at this push into water. They're going to get caught out and flashed up. And Creation gets a Farmer John kill to settle it down. It's a 2-for-2 trade. Good money on that as well. 1,200 dollarinos.
Yeah.
Goes his way. Kron was an absolute menace with that. He used to continuously buy it on save rounds and go and sit somewhere particularly horrible. Has he been doing that since 1.6 though?
Yeah. I never really played much with Kron, so I couldn't say.
You wouldn't have cast him either because he's an old old.
I actually think I might have casted a few of his games. I think he even played for like Exdee for a period anyway. Rusty, he has a job to do right now towards long, but the timing might catch him off guard. He spots them, but he's not going to be able to get around the corner in time. With his life intact, he does. But surely he can't do anything as he gets taken down. Now on TJ and Creation to try and figure the situation out. This did just start as a bit of an eco round for Exdee. They picked up some AKs. And they're making moves right now. Creation finds another kill, putting even more pressure on them right now. What can TJ do? 1 versus 2. Might have been able to lurk his way here. Threading the needle. He works his way between both the players. He knows that Clouds is on the truck as well. Oh man, he made that interesting for a second, but he does get taken down in the end. And Zion continue to build on this T side as they go up 5-1. Another full gun round coming to the fore right now. Double AWP setup in play for Exdee, Creation and Rusty, the 2 players wielding those weapons. And Creation is going to be taking it towards lows. He wants to try and get in the faces of his opposition right now. Him and Arkin spotted one another out, and they're going to just take the gentleman's agreement to back off. No further aggression required. And Exdee, they show face early on towards mid. But as soon as any presence comes through from Zion, they go all the way back into the bomb sites. And I like this decision from Exdee. If you don't have the communication and the structure, you don't really want to be contesting middle too much on the CT side. Rather just keep things simple and play from the A bomb side. Problem is, if you lose a player early on, it becomes very difficult to work the CT side on this map. So I like and agree with this decision. And Creation's already tagged Guaf down to 1 health. Still hanging around here. He's going to get the angle. He gets the collat. Takes down Guaf, which was the initial player he brought down low. And he now tags Cloudsy down to 14. Zion haven't even spotted anybody this round. And they're just incurring quite a lot of damage. So now they've been forced to reassess the situation. It seems like they're going to be going towards the B bomb site. This is actually a great read right now. Exdee, they've actually rotated somewhat. It's only TJ in the bomb site right now. He has got some teammates coming through. Nice shot to take down Cloudsy, but he's been traded out. Zion have been able to somewhat work their way into a potentially winnable position as they plant the bomb, but just such a massive numbers advantage right now for the CTs. I don't see them dropping the ball in this retake. Oh my god, Rusty just continuously bangs Arkin through the box there, or through the wood on the site. And now Blue left in what should be an unwinnable 1 versus 4 clutch. They've got their eyes trained on him on short. He takes down the first bar, taking too much damage, but the defuse, it's being stuck, and Creation, he's got the angle.
Exdee get themselves a 2nd round, which is helpful for sure. Even the rounds that Zion were winning, though, they were dying quite a lot, so their economic situation is now in the toilet. It's become the proverbial Sowetan long drop. And Exdee have...
I hope not.
Well, it is. It's literally the Pooh Creek, and they've got paddles this deep, and they're still sinking. So now...
Yeah.
Exdee set themselves up with a buy round into a definite, maybe even a double save. By the looks of things, the Blue just rips Creation's head off. He goes for a peek into lowers, and they net themselves an AWP and a kill on the front of that, which is really good for them.
Yeah, I mean, normally I would question that decision to be so aggressive, but as we've alluded to a number of times, Exdee are also just looking to play and have some fun here, so you can't be too critical of their approach. And TJ is going to find one as well as KZR. This is just an eco round for Zion, and they've been able to force their way all those onto the A bomb site. It's a 2 versus 2. All these players are on the bomb site. Beast is doing a great job with that AUG, and they know that the last player in the site has to be the planter, and they will take him down. Beast, he nearly wanted that kill so badly, he was willing to take down his teammate in the process.
Rusty nets some 5.56 to the back of his head from his own teammate. Luckily, it doesn't result in him going down. Beast's best looking score so far at 4 for 5. He had a very, very rough Mirage.
Yeah, he did. It's definitely going to be hoping... Yeah?
On their team as well. From Exdee, it's not just Rusty G carry me.
Yeah, that's pretty much seemed like all they really had going for them on Mirage. I mean, imagine he didn't go as crazy as he did, where they would have potentially ended up. So it is a 1-0 scoreline in favor of Exdee right now. If you're just joining us, we came off the back of Mirage, where Exdee managed to close it out 16-14. Incredibly close game that was. Now we're on Overpass, Zion's pick. They've looked more convincing on the T side. However, Exdee have shown that they still have potential fight in them here. I was sort of writing them off and expecting Zion to close this map out fairly easily. Let's see if Exdee are going to be making a game of this. Would be surprised if we didn't go to a third map, though. And then we go to Inferno. And we've seen that this Exdee team is capable of doing some damage on Inferno. I mean, they played against Energy, and they looked all right, if I remember correctly. So, keen to see how that'll play out.
This should be conversion for Zion, all things considered. Overpass is, I think, indicative of generally who the better team with the better team play is, especially on assaults and retakes, which is technically more than half of the game.
Yeah.
Of CS. Defensive play is about, let's say it's 33% of the, but you're attacking in for retakes or attacking in as T's, which is a whole half. So you could say it's at least 66% to 33%, as it were, and the other 1% is those lucky headshots that come out in the middle of sprays.
Always got to account for them. It's like the outlier.
For sure. And it does look like with this water control, they're either going to sell a fake or hit a push. And with that molly landing in towards Toxic, it does look like it is going to be an opt for a push. TJ is on the angle. He's going to be unchecked,
nice.
and he's going to get 2 kills. The nade does finish him off, and Cloudza manages to get another one, but KZR chimes in with one of his own. Now it's just Guaf and Vaynant in a 2-on-3.
Look at Guaf's position, and Vaynant takes on Rusty on the bomb side. It's going to be completely taking all of the attention away from the side of the map right now. Guaf just coming through with the backstab. Just has to bide his time here, and he's going to be able to, he's actually going to take down the first player that he sees. I think he could have opted to try and have some trigger discipline there because he would have spotted both of the players. But anyway, now it's KZR left in the clutch, and Zion just keeping things plain and simple right now, recognizing they have full control of the A-bomb side. So why even give KZR a chance by going where you know he is? So we're going to be seeing another round going the way of Zion, I'm sure. If KZR clutches this out, that would be quite something spectacular. Vaynant's fairly low, so it is doable. He's got a kit as well. No util. He's making his way forward. Post-plant positions are decent here, and he's spotted up one of the players, but in turn, he's been spotted out as well, so now he gets the burners on, starts charging his way forward. He's going to be tapping the defuse, and Vaynant, my god, what a beautiful shot that was to take him down. Barely even saw a pixel of his head, and he takes his head clean off.
$63 is now the scoreline after 2 in a row from Exdee. They then lose that round and go for a double Farmer John setup with a double D to back that up. So nice close and long range or mid range setups from them. It's going to be a fast water push. Vaynant is going to just press the issue, and he's going to eat shotgun for his time, and it turns into a 2-on-2 in the flurry.
What's happening again? But why is Zion constantly doing this? Why do they constantly commit so many people to fight the battle in lowers when they know they're playing against a Force or an Eco? Like, that's the only area in the map that the CTs can take a closely contested fight. So you know that they're surely going to be putting emphasis on that because they're on an Eco, so they're going to have pistols, shotguns, or SMGs. Don't go there. Go long. Go through toilets. Secure monster. Rather just don't take lowers control. Rather leave that till later in the round and, you know, pincer up through the stairs, come up from party, and then take lowers control like that. Seems like it's not going to be costing them the round, but it's already cost them economically. If Rusty can find another shot show, which you can almost bet on that he will, it's a lot of economic damage incurred. I mean, the only reason I say that is because he's been great without the Desert Eagle throughout the whole evening, so let's see if he can land another shot here. Drops his way into the bomb site. He has got armor, but he doesn't have a kit. And Blue just jiggle peeking is going to be spotting him out. So Nothing further required here from Zion. Bomb's been tapped. Molly comes through, and there we go. There's that shot from Rusty. Does even more damage. He doesn't have a chance of... Oh, he's picking the kit. He's going to be getting on the defuse here, but Guaf is still in the vicinity. Thankfully, he hadn't expected to win the round and sort of just started to save his gun, because I think that the defuse definitely would have come through there for Rusty. So disaster averted as Zion go up 7-3, not without taking a lot of economic damage though.
They're still going to be able to buy, all things considered. It's not the end of the world. Blue with a huge performance right now. 14, 7, and 9. 183 ADIs, just really driving home that good damage. But like you said, there's just some oddly foolish decision making as they take an aggressive water control against a buy round. It does net them 2 kills actually, which works out in their favor. Exdee may have wanted to just delay that with some util instead.
Yeah.
Now TJ is the only man left on the B bomb site. Beast has rotated into the heaven position, but options are limited from there. Rusty G manages to pick up one in the form of Guaf from Fountain. So he pulls it back to a 3-on-3, albeit at the cost of a lot of HP. Blue is also equally low, actually, so bit of a zero-sum game between those two. But Vaynant and Arkan, Vaynant especially, can do some big things, and he's going to be pushing into the B bomb side. TJ is behind in water, but Vaynant spots him and now knows where his position is. That really shouldn't have come through onto Blue. There comes the trade though from Vaynant, so TJ does get taken down. No bomb plant just yet, so the CTs have time to get into position, and Beast's in a good spot. Rusty G gets taken down, so now it's just a 1v2, and Beast does have the positioning and doesn't quite hit the shots through the wall. Vaynant and his almost full HP mate Arkan are going to double peek him, and that's not what you want on the AWP, to get caught in the middle of no man's land on the double peek, and almost didn't take the AWP. They were deciding on it, but they do pick it up.
Yeah, I mean,
around, and that's 8-3.
Yeah, T-side overpass, you don't desperately need the AWP, so it's sort of like that situation where you got to ask your AWPer if he's in the mood to use it or not, because sometimes it's nice to have the rifles, gives you a little bit more diversity to move across the map, a little bit more maneuverability. It's going to be an eco though for Exdee, so they've got a lot of maneuverability with the pistols, but they don't have much damage potential. And Zion are starting to really build a solid T-side here as well. I will say though, I'd like to see Exdee just going back to that passive approach on their CT side. They've looked by far the most convincing when they've just sort of turtled in the bomb sites and locked down the choke points. When they've tried to like engineer some aggression and pushed up long or pushed up lowers or pushed through water or short, it's costed them more often than not. Rusty continuing with his upward trend with the Desert Eagle will only be the one in the round though. But yeah, I want to see Exdee just going back to the really passive defense here on the CT side. And just force Zion to make the moves. Don't give them any opportunities to find the frags early on.
Honestly, though, I think it's too little too late, because this, with a good setup, is extremely CT-sided. You need like 6 on the T's to have a comfortable opening if you lose the pistol round, and they're already sitting on 8 with 11 rounds played. If Zion get 2 more here, it's basically map over for Exdee. Oh, Beast nearly does the Tomb Raider thing, but he lowered its creation, and he's going to catch one unawares and net himself an AK.
Oh no, not like
KZR gets one on the other side of the map. Now it's just Guaf in a 1-on-1. He's going to close the door and run back up, and
thank God he lands that shot. My goodness gracious me, that would have been so unfortunate if Zion lost that round. It gets really close again, so look at their economic situation. But Exdee aren't punishing that situation because they're not winning a round, which would then inadvertently force Zion into an eco. So, just close but no cigar for Exdee right now. They really need to start getting some rounds together on the CT side. 3-12 is just not going to cut it going into the CT side. 5-10 will barely cut it. Guaf, yeah, you are human. You do take damage to fire. And finally, a nice start to the round here for Exdee. And it's actually the aggressive approach that yields them this nice start. Continuing with this approach. It does come out on top for them this occasion.
And now just one of their danger men. Good aimer. But can he beat 4? I don't think so. So this should be a 9-4. And with the amount of kills that they have been netting, Exdee, there hasn't been a round where, even though they won 4 in a row, the best they've had is 2 players surviving. So it's going to be a no money situation. And with that added loss bonus and the round win now, Exdee, if they win another one pretty cleanly with 2 or 3 coming through, let's just see if Vaynon can. He will be able to get the bomb, but KZR is waiting in the lower area. Vaynon seems to have an inclination he might be being pincered, so he pops a flash down there. Instead goes through mid and hits Rusty G on the jump up. Now he's going to run back to B, but KZR has all the info, so TJ is going to be in position here for the quick push. He's going to start hearing him.
Yeah, all the information there, surely.
But Vaynon still is one of these players that can get stuff done unless he puts the bomb at the wrong time.
That's unfortunate.
TJ peeks out. Goes 9-1-1. Shorty fire burning on the dance floor. That's a 4th round.
Yeah.
Exdee 9-6.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going up against the 4-spy, Zion, recognizing perhaps that they won that 4-spy or that eco round with Tech9s where they just rushed onto the A bomb side. You know, maybe we're going to be seeing something similar. No, this time it's the B bomb side. Problem is, lose this round, you don't have any money to work with in the next, so it's probably going to be 6-9. Win this round though, and you look like that's a genius. This great flashbang gives up the jig because they're forced to rattle off all those shots. Exdee now realize exactly what's going on. First blood drawn by the T side, but answered back almost immediately by the P90 of Beast as he finds a second as well. And Zion now chaotically trying to find their form on this B bomb side, but it's just too difficult because there's too many angles they have to try and deal with. And it's Cloudsy left in the clutch. Can't even get onto the site to secure a plant. If I'm him, yeah, I'm just trying to push through CT and try and get up that way. He doesn't know he's being pincered through Monster here as well, and he just gets taken down by KZR. So the 4-spy goes awry, and that leaves Exdee in a position now, Reese, where they can actually make something of this half, right? I mean, if they secure 6-9 here, I think they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves, all things considered, heading into the second half.
But if they do that ultra aggressive T side that we saw in Mirage, and they open up well, it could potentially be a good setup for them. But I think Zion's done enough already, to be honest with you. And even though they head into this last round of the half with just a bunch of Deegs and armor, it's enough. They've got enough on the board. KZR opening things up here cleanly as well. Lowers is going to be pressured. He sees the pop flash. He manages to turn around just in time. He gets up another one. And he gets himself another while Rusty chimes in for a 4th. So now it's just blue in what should be a fairly implausible 1v5. And this is actually a much better turnout from Exdee.
Yeah.
Projecting.
Well, I was going to say, where's this Exdee been? Where's this Exdee been the whole half? I mean, they've just looked way more convincing in the past 3 rounds. They're all hitting their shots. It's like almost a carbon copy of what we saw on the first map, except the roles were reversed. It was Zion who went down 10-0, and then they found their footing late in the half. So Exdee, they give themselves a fighting chance. They make it 6-9 as they head over towards the T side. This pistol round is of utmost importance for Exdee, though, if they are going to be continuing this run of form. Lose this pistol, they down 6-10. Zion win they gain the advantage in the economic battle. They're on their favorite side, the CT side, and life becomes very tough from there. So let's see what Exdee have got in store here. Flash and smoke on Rusty, as well as the P250. On the other side, we got 2 flashes and a kit on Cloudsy.
They opt to go through lowers, which I do like for the Glocks. They are much better in the short range for one-tap potential.
Oh, look at this though. 2 players on the left side of toilets means there's no one on the A bomb side right now. And Exdee, it seems like they're just faking a little bit here, and it's worked out perfectly because it's drawn Cloudsy all the way across towards the A bomb side. There's a push that's come through Monster as well. The B bomb side's completely open right now. Exdee, they're going to be spotting the player out in the short pipe. He has to get taken down here. He does. That's the B bomb side now completely open and up for the taking. Exdee waltz into the vacant site and secure themselves a plant at the bare minimum. They don't realize the snake in the grass, though, that is Vaynon, and that's the bomb that's been dropped. Completely turns this round on its head. Rusty trying to salvage it, and he will be able to give enough cover for his teammate to take the bomb back, but this has bought so much time now for all of the other Zion players to rotate their way in towards this B bomb side. Man advantage secured as well. KZR comes around the corner and he catches Cloudsy, leveling things back up, but still, Zion in a very good position to make this retake happen. Although Rusty continues to pile on the pressure right now as he lands another shot. And I like this patience from Exdee. They know they have time to work with. They don't have to try and plant the bomb immediately. KZR, though, getting overly aggressive, ends up being taken down. Vaynand, he's going to find a... Oh my god, a great double kill from him. Gets a quad kill in the round. He just had so much impact in that round across the board.
Drops the bomb, snake in the grass play. When you were calling that they were going to get the plant, I was like, but Vaynand's in the rear. And that guy... it shows us what he can do and what he's actually about, and he's back where he should be on the scoreboard at the top with blue. So they're doing a fantastic job once again and pull through that pistol round.
Yeah,
very important for them as well to start off this and increase their lead and make sure that Zion, or at least Exdee, doesn't get a foothold in this map.
Yeah, we have to ask though, why did the bomb go through short tunnel instead of just going straight up short onto the B bomb side? The only thing I can assume is the bomb carrier didn't realize he actually had the bomb in his back. Arkin just standing in the complete open right now. He falls prey to the Tech 9. Rusty with the bomb, you're going to be looking to secure a plant. There's a player on long, that's Guaf, and the bomb actually comes through. Guaf goes down, falling apart at the seams right now. It's only 3 MP9 carriers left for Zion. In the retake, this was pretty much a hard eco for Exdee. They just invested in a couple pistols. No one has armor, there was no util, and now they have a 2-man advantage. Zion have got a kit, but they've got no further util. Oh my word, they have to find these frags quickly to just try and put some pressure back on Exdee. There we go, nice double kill. Creation though, he baited his teammate, lets him get taken down. Vaynand sticking the defuse. Creation comes around the corner just in time, stops the diffuser, but the bomb has already been defused. And so Zion, they win the round. My god, what a nice retake from them, considering they were in such an awkward position.
They still only get 2 through the round, however. So economic woes withstanding, they got a little bit of a worse buy than the bomb planting team's Exdee.
Yeah, this is true. It's actually a very nice opportunity for Exdee, considering they inflicted a lot of economic damage in the previous round. Zion don't have much coming into this. So if Exdee can win this round, which they pretty much have to, because how are they going to be winning rounds on the T side if they can't overcome these sorts of buys? Not only that, but 12-6 if you lose. Yeah, you got full round loss bonus, but it's probably going to be an eco. Things start looking very dicey. So big round here for Exdee. "55 seconds left. Exdee just looking to secure some map control, not making any unnecessarily aggressive plays right now. Just methodically making their way forward, but there's a lot of information available right now for Zion because they've had blue push all the way up through Monster Tunnel. So they've got all these players on the A bomb side ready and waiting. Arkin, though, again in a forward position, needs to be careful. He's going to get caught off guard. And KZR, he's still working his way towards the B bomb side. Also just pulling a bit of presence across as Guaf gets taken down. Oh my word, it's almost a flawless entry game from Exdee right now on that A bomb site. Yes, KZR will go down, but that doesn't really harm Exdee too much at all. They get the information, the remaining 2 players are there. And Exdee, they win this all-important gun round with only dropping a single player.
Will make the scoreline a very appealing-looking 7-11. Rolls off the tongue nicely. 24 hours, you can go and get groceries there as well, which is...
Do they still exist? I haven't seen a 7-Eleven in a very long time.
There's a couple poking around in Cape Town, and there was 1 or 2 in Joburg, but it's more like town center, that sort of stuff. I think they're just using the name. They're not associated with the brand anymore. So
like, wasn't it like an American chain, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
7-Eleven. Now you're making me hungry. I want to go, you pick up like evening snacks, get a pie, a Coke. We know those midnight runs. They're the best. Eco round for Zion. Yeah,
get that chocolate.
Super M. What flavor? Chocolate?
Chocolate, man. Gotta get that chocolate, man.
I'm a fan of the cream soda as well. Type your favorite soda M flavor in chat, guys. I want to know. pretty much an eco round here for Zion. They did save a couple rifles from the previous round, which has given them something to work with, but Cloudsy, who was one of those rifle wielders, has already been taken down, and I'm not at all a fan of the way that he approached that round. He ends up dying towards long, not in any position for any of his teammates to save the weapon. So, like, that's a big problem. He's the really important player in the round, so he shouldn't be just going so aggressively, making such a high-risk play. Yeah, a couple of reasons I don't like that play from Cloudsy.
He thought he was fair, but it didn't work out.
I mean, yeah, there's only one Fur for a reason. And even Fur couldn't even keep up with Fur for a very long time.
Very true, actually. Quite an apt statement. Fur could not keep up with Fur. It's actually one of the most apt statements I've heard about a player. And Creation pressuring mid, getting himself some good info on the after that, though. Guaf over here with 15 HP. If he gets spotted, it's not even going to matter. He gets shot in the head, which is a full 100 damage. And now there's a spray on for the man blue on B. He gets taken down, and now it's a 2v4, and they're selling some A presence in amongst this. There is one player going to try and find the rifle, but it's been thrown out of the map very tactically by Zion. Or Exdee at least, sorry. Good presence of mind to do that.
100%.
In Creation, here's the player run pass, so Rusty G is going to be on high alert in this position.
Oh,
Vaynant.
No!
No.
Oh, you hate to see it. Creation sends him into another dimension. Vaynant had the backstab coming through for him, but he has a little, like, a bunny hop, and he gives his position away with the audio cue. Now Ark, and he just wants to save the AK, but they know exactly where he is. He's going to be rounded on, but it's Creation who completes the quad kill in the round. Great job by him. Exdee showing they have fight left in them yet here on the T side of Overpass as they get themselves up to 8. It's going to be an eco round here, so it should be 9-11.
And then Shorty's fire is burning on the dance floor.
Yeah, there's a couple of references you could go with for that one, right?
The other one, I think we'll steer clear of.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Desert Eagles and a P250 for Zion. So they're also going to be grouping up in lowers. This is what tends to happen, right? On the CT side, when you have an eco or force fire, you want to try and take the close range fights in the Desert Eagles. Vaynant and Blue find a quick flurry of frags. Shouldn't be changing the dynamic of the round too much, considering Exdee already on B. But these pistols are certainly having a say.
Rusty, just consistently a problem for them. Nice by Vaynant to pick up TJ. Good damage. Creation is going to be on the angle though. He's going to re-peek it, and Blue with 3 HP isn't going to be able to get much done. He gets taken down by Rusty G. Only 2 players making it through, which is not great for the economic situation. It is healthy, however. Most of them are sitting 3k plus, or 4, 5k on some of them there after buying. And the CTs are flat. They have bought.
Yes.
It's just Guaf without any real utility. But the others are quite flush. There's only 1 kit as well, which is interesting.
Yeah.
3 helmet buys out of the 5 as well. Maybe one of them could have actually converted that into a kit. Would have been, I think, 2 kits better. 1B, 1A. And there's a long push coming through, but Guaf is on the angle, and he's going to get the first one. And they very wisely now withdraw onto the A side.
Bit of an oversight there, I think, from Creation. TJ, he should have seen his head a long time ago. He has all the opportunity in the world, and he's still able to get that kill. Now it looks like he wants to get aggressive off the back of that, but he's going to charge to his death. Not too sure what the thought process was there from TJ. He did a great job to level things back out at 4v4, and he's like, alright, boys, I'm feeling it. I'm just going to charge into the beam. Okay, there's the one barrels. Rusty, he's been able to work his way up long, but he's also going to fall prey to Guaf's AWP. Maintaining that 1-man advantage for Zion as the round breaches the 55-second mark.
KZR pushing through Connect over here. He's got a contest with the man in graffiti who's fluffing the spray, but Vaynant is there to back him up. Blue, uncharacteristically, almost dying when he had the man, a drop on the man. Sprays 20 of his 30 bullets and only 4 Connect. Now it's just Beast. Connect 4.
Yeah, what can
game
Beast
from
do?
Toyko.
Oh god, what can Beast do? He knows there's a player in graffiti, he knows there's a player jump spotting at the boost here as well, and he wants to try and unsettle this crossfire before he commits to the plant. I like this decision from him, but he doesn't have much time to work with, so he has to force the issue here. He has to get the angle, finds the first fight, finds the second as well, needs to get onto the plant. He knows that the AWP is on the angle. Oh, think he's just got enough time for the defuse. The plant, rather, yes, the plant comes through. He's got a smoke to drop as well. Guaf is dropped from heaven, though. Beast surely would have had the audio cue. Guaf here on the site is going to land the shot. Beast can't complete the 1v3. Oh, that would have been such an insane clutch. I really like the way that Beast approached that. Unfortunately, he can't string the final frag necessary to complete the clutch. Wow, what a big round from him, Reese. All 3 of those frags were high impact kills.
Yeah, definitely. I really like the way he played that after the post-plant situation. He used the noise cues from the opponent Beast to get himself out of heaven and start closing that distance, because from there there's really little he can do, right? He can't remote defuse the bomb. This isn't Rainbow Six Siege, so he's got to go up to it and use the little toolkit to get the defuse, and because of that he really only has one option, and the timing at which he did it gave him that advantage in position. And Beast wasn't ready for Guaf to be up so close. So he hits a shot. He misses there, he's screwed. But I think it's the right play and the best decision. And now there is a B push being set up. There are 3 players from Zion in the area. Even though they won the round. Oh, TJ!
Oh, what entries. Great entries from him. And they're just going to be unlocking his teammates. They charge onto the B bump side as well, Reese. Simple as you like from Exdee. They've already won the round with those 3 quick kills. 3 kills come in about the space of 4 seconds, and that's the round done and dusted. And Exdee, that's a massive round for them to win, Reese, because look at the economic situation on Zion. It's going to be 12-10, and Guaf can't even save this orb. Creation's already in position to shut him down. Easiest frag of his life. And yeah, as I said, it's about to be 12-10. Eco round 12-11. My goodness. I mean, let's not forget what I think it was 10. What was it, 9-3 at one stage? Yeah, it was 9-3 in favor of Zion, which means they've only won 3 of the next 10 rounds, which is about to be. So yeah, it's quite a swing in momentum here, going the way of Exdee. And I'm not surprised that they're more comfortable on the T side, because they can just play these more puggy players and have this more free, flamboyant play style and approach. They don't have to sit structured, waiting, holding angles, trying to defend along with one another. You can just sort of spread out across the map and frag out, and then, you know, just create space and work off of that.
So
Reese, I think we need to
got through, right, with a weapon on the after.
Yes, he did. I'm just thinking about that extra giveaway we've got to do, Reese. I mean, if we don't go to a 3rd map, we should probably get that rolling just in case.
Yep, might as well. Let's get it underway for the E-Tech Neo backpack with 899 South African RONs.
Wow, that is awesome. So there we go, guys. Type EGL1 in chat as one word. Make sure you spell 1 out, O-N-E. So it's EGL, O-N-E, no spaces. And you will be entered directly into the giveaway for the Evesports backpack. If you subscribe to the channel, you receive a 2nd entry as well. So makes perfect sense. If you're a logical man, if you're an odds man, subscribe to the channel, double your odds, better chance of winning. That's that. Now we're into the round. Bomb's been planted. Mere formality at this point, though. Pretty much just a hard eco for Zion, so they haven't really had anything going for them. I see Cloudsy fully invested, Reese. I didn't actually pick up on that as the round started. But that's going to be an awkward one to come back from in the next round, right? Unless Arkan can save this from us. Should be able to.
Yeah, that was a bit of a misplay. He obviously didn't get the memo, did a bit of a tuck walk from Tuesday.
Yeah, it happens every now and again.
Oh, TJ hits a nice one on Guaf right at the end there to deny him that weapon. But all things considered, Zion scalping 2 AKs is really nice for them. Being on the back foot at the moment, and
yeah,
like I say, the T side, well, I think it was what we assumed was going to suit Exdee, just from the fact that they can, like you say, YOLO mid solo, just hold it down, hold W, and get some damage. And look at this push through mid though, coming out from Zion. Let's see if they can create an opportunity over here. Beast is going to be the first one to get a kill. See if Zion can reply. Blue's going to start charging in here. Ooh, he gets one through the board, but then it's replied by Rusty G.
He's being wrapped around here as well. Exdee, they could get caught between a rock and a hard place right now if they don't respond appropriately. Blue's already found himself 2 kills and he catches the third there on the departing beast. At least Exdee now know what's going on. Oh man, so this game has been completely blown wide open now, Reese. The 2-0 win for Exdee is a very realistic prospect.
Definitely.
And
they've done it a lot here on T-side.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised right now. I thought that Zion had this game for the taking. They were up 9-6 at halftime going into the CT side. They won the pistol and the round afterwards. They were up 11-6 after that. They've won 1 of the next 7 rounds thereafter. So, yeah, this is not a position Zion would have expected to find themselves in. We do have a timeout here, so a good opportunity for Zion to just regather themselves, because they're gonna just they're gonna have to calm themselves down, Reese, and realize, even though they've fallen quite far behind the game momentum-wise because of all their hard work earlier on, the scoreline's still 12-12. They are still in a position to win this game and take it to a third map.
If you press tab and we look at the scores momentarily, I think the player scores tell it's a very interesting story, right?
Yeah.
Arkin on 8 for 17, and Clouds are on an 11 for 20. Everybody else in his team is pretty all right. Blue doing a good job on 24, 10 assists and 21, right? But everybody on Team Exdee has positive KD and positive damage. And that's so even in the rounds that are being won by Zion, there's just too much damage coming out at the moment.
B-rush.
And here comes a B-rush.
Speaking about damage coming out, KZ, oh my god, he just charges through the fire and the flames. He takes down Banan. Now he's created space for his teammates to make their way forward. That's why you need these types of players in your team who aren't afraid to get aggressive, especially when it's needed. The molly's going to come through and force Clouds out. No, yes, it does spill into him. So Exdee, they've tentatively taken control of the bomb site, but they haven't been able to do enough to secure the plant. That's a great shot from TJ, though, giving them even more room to work with. Zion have responded. They've got the rotations coming through, but their players are dropping thick and fast right now. It's a 2 versus 4. Damage has been inflicted. Creation's down to 3. Beast is down to 16. Rusty, though, he finds another kill. It's just Arkin left in the clutch. The man who is the bottom dweller on the scoreboard is now needed to find a 1v4, and he's only going to find one of the frags in the clutch. Exdee with the stock standard B rush. Get the job done. And guys, that was such a high impact play by KZR. He didn't hold S after the molly came through. He kept holding W, pushed forward, and he gets that frag. And that frag is the player who's playing close monster. So as soon as he takes him down, his teammates can actually get into the site for free. Such a big play there from him.
They convert that round, taking him into the lead for the first time on this map. And it could not have come at a worse time for Zion. Their bank is completely dry. They've been out drinking the night before, and they've been caught off by the debits of tomorrow.
Oh no. Oh, you hate to hear it.
KZR is going to carry on, just adding pressure and more pressure. And he's going to be pressured, and he's going to take down another one. So now they even have 3v5. And they know that there's not too much to contest them. They just need to group up, but Guaf is going to pull out a sneaky one onto Creation and net himself an AK. And Rusty G was close. He actually could have baited it out maybe and killed him, but he decides to play safe, which is also a good option. They really need to just group up and push a site right now. And that should be all she wrote. Even if they trade, it's still good for them. I mean, look at their money. 11k, 13k, 9k. They've got absolutely no problems. They can buy and rebuy for the rest of this map. And then KZR just carries on, and he gets Cloud as well. 24 for 19 now. And just an absolute terror for Zion. And this is their map pick. And they've got to be scratching their heads somewhat.
Yeah. I mean, especially considering the position they got themselves into. Up 11-6. To now be down 12-14, that is a massive ball to drop, and it's just left them in such a difficult situation now, Reese. They're going to be down 14-12 after this round. They'll have one more gun round, but their gun rounds haven't been yielding much success. And I'm calling it right now. We're going to be seeing another B-rush from Exdee in the next gun round. They're just going to look to continue to pile the misery on. That would be my call, at least. You don't want to take your foot off the gas. Look at this. They're hunting down a player who only has a pistol. It's relentless right now from Exdee. Although maybe they thought he had saved the Exdee, rather the AK from Creation, but they still take him down. Zion now have one opportunity left to keep themselves in the hunt here. Lose this round, it's an eco in the next, or at least a force, and those haven't been great at all for them. They have to get this gun round across the line.
So what you're saying, Matt, is they have one chance, one opportunity. Will they
to
grab
seize everything they ever wanted?
Let it slip away. Exactly.
His knees are heavy. But
the gun is heavy. He's missing already.
Keep going.
That's all I got right now. I'm afraid oxygen has not been on high
well,
supply to my brain.
That's okay.
Gets one in mid, which helps. 5v4. No B rush, unfortunately. Some caster's curse for Matt.
Yeah. Just shows how bad I am of a caster. I know nothing. What am I talking about?
Who said that? I'll fight them.
You have to fight myself then, bro. I'll fight you because I said that about myself.
I'll come and defecate on your coffee table.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's just slow things down a seckie. Oh, KZ, he's going to catch Cloudsy off guard. He's jump spotting. He gets Rain Hunt as well. Oh my god, single-handedly. He just blows the door wide open on the A bomb side and turns the round into a 3 versus 3. A round that Zion desperately require has now been completely opened up, and there's every opportunity that Exdee closed out. It's only Arkin on the A bomb side. Exdee, they fake over at B. And Arkin's going to find one, but he doesn't realize how close Beast is, so he'll take him down. That's the B bomb site now, or rather the A bomb site, in control of Exdee. 2 versus 2 retake. An AWP on Guaf. They've got a flash of smoke and an HE as well. Molly comes through, but unfortunately it's too late. Bomb plant goes down. Exdee get into favorable post plant positions as well. TJ, unfortunately, he hasn't been able to get off the sites as Beast has. So he's going to have to take the fight. If he can find one kill before he goes down, he would have done a fantastic job. And he's just playing around the site right now. Catches Guaf with the knife out. He can take down Blue still. How does Guaf clutch it from this point? TJ not giving him an inch right now. He just knows his life is incredibly valuable. Guaf with the AWP looking to clutch this one out. He's got a smoke to drop on the bomb. Beast, he's going to be spotting him before the smoke blooms. He connects on the... comes up, but he still ends up being taken down. And the 2 versus 2 goes the way of Exdee. They secure themselves match point, and Zion are in disarray. It is...
What a sequence of play from Exdee. Like, this is now 6 in a row, uninterrupted, just clapping back hard. That's the worst round they've had in those 6 as far as survival rate goes. It shows in their bank. They've just got everything. They've got everything they need, and Zion cannot make a mistake from this point out. Their tournament life is on the line here.
Yeah, absolutely. Tournament life on the line, lose this round, and they run here in the Evesports EGL 1 2020 main event comes to an end. Exdee will progress to the top 6 at the bare minimum. KZR opens things up. He gets traded this time, though, and Zion will probably take that considering the weaponry disadvantage they have. The deficiency in weaponry and how much it can cost them. Guaf goes down. 1-man advantage now secured for Exdee as they relentlessly charge forward. You can see they've got that step in their metal right now. They've got that stride behind them. The confidence is brimming. Arkin, he's able to get one to level things up, but he gets traded immediately. And now there's still frags going back and forth right now. Cloudsy, the responder, he's going to do a great job, but he's traded as well. And now it's Beast left in the clutch, the 1 versus 1, to try and close the map out for his team and secure the match. Blue may actually have spotted him, I'm not sure. Blue has everything going for him right now in this clutch because Beast has no information as to what's going on. Bomb's probably going to get spotted out by Blue as well, and he knows he just needs to sit and wait for that plant to come through. Beast hoping he's going to be catching Blue off guard, but he's the one who has to make the next play right now. Opts to keep the AWP. He doesn't want to give any sound cues away. Beast has cleared out this back of the bomb site completely, though. He needs to take the bomb and make his way to B. No questions asked. That is the play to make right now. And he has managed to pick up the bomb, and he is going towards this B bomb site. He has just enough time, I think, to secure the plant. If his movement is up to scratch, has he been KZing? That is the question. Time is on his side. Plant coming through just in time, gets the bomb down. Now he's left in the 1 versus 1. Blue without a kit and without a paddle is desperately going to be hoping to secure this clutch. He's been the man of the moment for his team. He's 25 and 24 right now, but the 26th kill will be the one that means the most out of all of them. Making his way forward slowly, but time, as I said, is not on his side, and Beast is on his side. Next to him, he does not spot him. Beast secures the clutch, wins the round with the big brain play. Merely a second left for him to get the plant. He gets it done, wins it for his team, and Exdee secured the match 2-0. They are the winners here in this Evesports EGL in 2020 main event against all odds on Overpass. They go down 6-11. They lose the pistol in the second half on the T side, but as soon as they get the AKs in their hands, they just become an unstoppable force. They pug their way through, and very well done by them. What a great performance by Exdee.
Absolutely disgusting scenes here. Exdee showing we might be disbanding, but it's not because we're bad. It's because we have, you know, probably got, I hope, better things to do, like studies, etc. Well, it's horrible that you get pulled away from that, perhaps, and can't compete and stuff anymore. But man, what a series, dude! Like,
what a series! That had everything.
Like the Mirage went for days. You know, it was like, are they going to close it? Are they going to close it? Are they going to close it? And eventually they do, and you sort of look at that and go, okay, cool. Zion's got a spring in their step. They're back on it, and then we see that opening half and the 11-6, and you think, okay, cool. This is probably map 3, and then just suddenly something turns on. It's like a little switch went on in KZR's brain, and he was just like, no. Do you know what, guys? Let me solo B. Trust me. Let me solo B. You guys just hang around, and I'll make space. And he just continually does it over and over and over. And suddenly they win the map. 6 scenes, man. Absolutely. 6 scenes.
Great performance by Exdee. Great work by them. They've earned themselves a spot in the top 6 now, Reese. So they continue to charge on here in the Esports EGL 1 2020 main event. Let's see how far can they take it, this fairy tale run. They're just having fun with it. And they go all the way. So, Reese, before we continue, I think we should just get the giveaway going. Announce the winner of this backpack. We have the backpack to throw into the proverbial crowd. So, Mr. Admin, roll that giveaway. And let's see exactly who's going to be taking home that backpack courtesy of Evesports. Johan Fisser is the man who won the giveaway. Congratulations, good man. I hope that backpack goes to good use, and thank you for supporting and joining us on the stream. Guys, if you didn't win the giveaway tonight, don't be disparaged. We have more giveaways coming up next week and the week after that and the week after that, so plenty more opportunities for you guys to win. So yeah, that's all we have for tonight, guys. Reese, what are your final words? Give it to the good people.
Exdee, RKO out of nowhere. Good job. Zion, very harsh luck, a little bit slow to start, a little bit off tempo from what we've normally seen from you guys. Thank you for everything that you've put into this tournament and all the time and consideration and pushing through even into a new org and all of that sort of stuff. Very, very much appreciated from our end. And good cast tonight, Mr. Hayes. Thank you for, as always, carrying us through this rather sleepy day from myself. And
it's okay.
I hope everybody's enjoyed it, and thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, guys, that's it. Exactly it. Thank you so much for joining us, supporting the stream, supporting some fantastic local CS. We are going to be back on Tuesday, same time, same place on this very channel, 7:30 p.m. It is going to be ATK versus Energy, 2 of the best teams in South Africa going head-to-head, locking horns in that upper bracket. Then on Thursday next week, we have Goliath Gaming versus DNMK, which has got so many storylines behind it as well. I can't wait to get into those matches. Please, I hope you're going to be joining us for those as well. Keep well. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. And I hope to see you guys on Tuesday. Good night.